Welcome to our Make Easy series of video for science. This is claimed to be the most difficult PSLE Science exam question in 2024 for paper 2. Now, we're going to break it down and see how we're going to make it easy and answer it together. Right? Now, this involves a toy captain moving up and down the boat, probably to see the view out of the boat. However, the question is want us to explain why that happened, not just to observe the view, but to explain why the captain would behave this way because of science concept. Now, this tests our knowledge and concept in electricity and magnetism, right? And we're going to break it down together and make it easy to answer. And you will find that this question is so easy and you can answer it with breeze. Now let's look at the question. Marian set up the circuit in the toy boat as shown. The metal contact A and B. Well, we're going to look at the question carefully, stay calm, remain confident, and pick up as many information as we can from the question. As you know, a lot of time, the answer are found in the question as clue, as information for us to develop it further, to answer the question and get the full marks. And we're going to do just that. Alright, so now the metal contact A and B. Okay, notice the A, I'm going to point out the metal contact here, and it touches the magnet, right? And there is some keyword in this sentence here. One of them is metal. When they say metal, it refers to material property of the metal, which is conductive. Now in this case, it's going to be conductive towards electricity or magnetism, right? So we have some good information here. It touches the magnet but are not fixed to it. What does it mean? It means that the magnet can be separated from the contact A and B, and there is no connection when it is not in contact, because the magnet is able to touch the contact A and B but is not permanently fixed to it. That means if the magnet moves away from the contact, what will happen? It is going to be no contact and no connection, and in the electrical circuit, it means a break in contact and no current flow. Do you see the clue and how the answer is going to go now? I'm sure. Now, continue on. The magnet is resting on a wooden support. And what does it mean as a wooden support? It means that this acts as a separator, and this wooden support here, marked in green, also serve as a barrier such that there is no physical contact with the iron cylinder at all time. That means there is no connection or contact such that they will conduct electricity or conduct any connection. Okay, so there is no connection between the magnet and the iron cylinder, except for maybe magnetic force, repulsion force or attraction force, right? There you go, another hint. And I think you're going to know how to answer the question even without reading further. So we have actually break down the question, which sounds difficult, challenging, long, and with lots of information, maybe confusing information as well, into digestible, small part with their clue, and we are actually ready to answer the question, right? So, but before we do that, let us go further and read the rest of the question. Now, when Mariam closed the switch, the plastic captain moved up and down continuously, right? Now, close the switch, it means there is a connection between there's a closed circuit in the electrical circuit, and that means there is current flow. When there's current flow around a iron cylinder, one with the wire around it, it becomes electromagnetic, right? So this is the concept we learned about electricity and electromagnetism. Now, next information will be the plastic captain move up and down continuously, right? Now, that means when the circuit is closed, it becomes electromagnetic for a moment. Captain move up, and it move down thereafter. Then it doesn't stop there. It doesn't move up and stay there. Neither does it move up and come down immediately and stay there. It continues to move up again, and then it moves down again. and then it moves up again, and then it moves down again. So continuously is a keyword. It tells us the captain move up and down non-stop, and it's a repeat motion. So this is a clue to tell us that the contact with metal contact A and B is being in contact and then broke, and then in contact and then broke again, therefore resulting in the circuit being closed open, resulting in magnetism being there and not there, resulting in the captain moving up and down because of the repulsion force. So you got the answer now. So as you can see, it's truly easy. If you join our SST class and you get the concept well and watch our video, I'm sure you will get the full concept and answer any exam question with breeze. There will be no such thing as difficult PSLE science exam questions. And we will continue to do more videos and make it easy for every one of you in science. So please continue to watch our Make Easy series of video for primary science. Alright? And moving on. Maran played with the toys for a few hours. The captain moved slower than before. So these are the two keywords, right? When he says slower than before, it means there is some reduction of chemical energy in the battery, isn't it? Because the magnetism, the strength of magnetism comes from the strength of the battery, which produce the electrical current, right? So if the strength of the battery reduce, the electrical current reduce, and the strength of electromagnetic reduce, right? There you go. This is the hint for the answer to be. Now, beside moving slower, okay, than before, the question asks us to state another change to the movement of the captain. Explain your answer. Alright, so this is an important differentiation. So if we are anxious and we are filled with anxiety during the exam, we will not pick up this part which says state another change to the movement of the captain. Then he asks you to explain your answer. So a lot of people may make the careless mistake of explaining why it moves slower and not state the change, another change. This is because we are too anxious and we are not calm, and obviously, yes, and definitely because we are not confident of our concept, of our knowledge. So stay calm, stay confident, learn your concept well, join our SST class, watch our video, and you will be able to pick up any subtle information, any subtle requirement from the question easily, and we will score full marks, right? Moving on. Now let us take a look at how the behavior of this toy before we attempt to answer the question, right? And after that, I will let you guide me on how you answer the question fully. Now let's see what happens when you close the circuit. When the switch is closed, the current flow through the wire all around the fixed iron cylinder. As the current flows, the iron cylinder becomes an electromagnet, right? When it becomes an electromagnet, it will generate a north pole near the wooden support end. Now, since we know light poles repel, the north pole from the fixed iron cylinder and the north pole of the magnet will repel each other, and our Mr. Captain will spring off the wooden support. And now he is happy. He's looking at the view outside of his boat, enjoying himself. But that is not going to be last for long, because the next moment, after it spring up, the magnet will break contacts with metal contact B, right? And when this happens, no more current flows through the wire. And when this happens, the iron cylinder loses its electromagnetism, the north pole is gone, and it is no longer electromagnet. And our happy Mr. Captain enjoying the view is now going to be a bit sad. He's going to drop down, right? Now, after it dropped down, okay, the magnet will make contact again with contact B, right? So current flows again through the wire, and the electromagnet is induced around the iron cylinder again, and we have the north pole on the iron cylinder nearer to the wooden end. And again, as you know, right pole repel, the magnet repel each other, and Mr. Captain happily spring off to enjoy his view again. Right? So now we have answered the mechanism of this toy through our knowledge in science on electricity and magnetism. We are ready to answer the question. Let's go. And you will help me with that, and you will guide me. As we explained just now, as we go through earlier, on closing the switch, current flows through the wire wound around the fixed iron cylinder. And what happens when the current flow through the wire around the fixed iron cylinder? The fixed iron cylinder becomes an electromagnet, generating a north pole near the wooden support. As light pole repel, so the magnet with plastic captain attached to it repel and lift off the wooden support. As the magnet rises, the magnet break contact with the metal contact B, right? We saw it just now. This breaks the connection from the battery. No current flow through around the wire wound around the fixed iron cylinder, and it loses its magnetism. The plastic captain then moves down, right? After it drops, the magnet makes contact with the metal contact B again, closing the circuit. Current flow through the wire again, and it becomes electromagnet again, and then we generate a north pole again, and then the captain spring up again. This process repeat so long as there is chemical energy within the battery. Remember, we need to answer continuously. I already answered why the plastic captain move up and down continuously. So this explain why it move up and down continuously, and we have the complete answer, right? So thanks for coming to this part of the video and guiding me to the full complete answer with whatever you have learned in class and from your knowledge, right? Now we're going to answer part B of the question. Part B says, Mariam played with the toy for a few hours. The captain moved slower after that. State another change to the movement of the captain. Explain your answer. Well, another change, we just have to state it. See, after it moved for a few hours, obviously it moves slower, and it must be also moving at a lower height because there's less energy in the battery. So the height of the captain will be lower after a few hours because chemical energy in the battery is reduced, reducing the voltage as it's discharged. When this happens, the strength of the electromagnet wound around the due to the current wound around the iron cylinder will drop. Then the repulsion force against the magnet will also be reduced, resulting in lower height from the captain as it moves slower. Therefore, the plastic captain moved to a lower height after a few hours. Well, as you can see, with that, this question is actually not difficult at all. In fact, you will agree with me that it is very simple, right? So all we have to do is to be confident, stay calm, read the question carefully, and with the concept well learned in our science tuition class in SST, you will find that PSLE science questions are all easy to answer. Now, thank you for coming to the end of the video, and please like, subscribe, and share the video with your loved one. Please click on the link below for more detailed explanation in the long video format, and I look forward to see you again in the next Science Made Easy video. Talk to you soon. See you.